What if I told you there are neighborhoods in Toronto where you can still buy a detached house for less than a downtown one-bedroom condo? Not a teardown, not in the middle of nowhere. I'm talking about real homes on quiet streets surrounded by parks, schools, culture, and most importantly, soul. Places like Oakwood Village, Fairbank, Briar Hill, and Keelesdale, where the average sale price is still under $1 million in the upside. Let's just say it's giving Brooklyn in the early 2000s. Now, these aren't just trendy neighborhoods, they're timeless. They're not overbuilt, they're just overlooked. And right now, they might be the best value play left in the city. So the question is, are you trying to impress the algorithm or build something real? So stick around or hit the link in the description because I'm breaking down the neighborhoods most people are sleeping on, but buyers in the know are quietly scooping up. Okay, so let's get into the first neighborhood, Oakwood Village. At $1.24 million as an average sale price, it's still cheaper than places like the Junction in Leslieville. I mean, let's just look at the numbers right here. It's next door to Forest Hill, where homes average over $3 million. But it's just not about what you save, it's what you get. Tree-lined streets with actual front porches, record stores, family-run bakeries, murals that tell stories. There's heritage here, but also momentum. New builds and renos are happening block by block. If Forest Hill is old money, Oakwood is the come up. Same bones, same location, but different price tag. And in this market, that's what value looks like. Okay, so next up, Fairbank. Fairbank feels like the kind of place your grandparents would have bought into, and honestly, that's really the play. If we look at the average sale price here, we're at just $887,000. That's almost $230,000 cheaper than the Toronto average, and you're not giving up space or community to get it. So this is a neighborhood of brick bungalows for the most part and big lots. It's one of the few spots left in the city where you can still buy a home and have room for a garden, a basement unit, or just extra life. And the big thing here is transit is coming up fast too. I mean, the Crosstown LRT, which we talk about all the time on this channel, those stations are popping up almost at every corner. And this neighborhood isn't just insta-famous. Fairbank doesn't need followers. It needs people who know how to recognize value before a glossy brochure tells them it's great value. The next up, and this one's close to home, Briar Hill. Briar Hill is subtle, but don't confuse that for sleeping. It's sitting just under $900,000, which means you're still getting in under the $1 million line, and that's for freehold properties in central Toronto. So these streets are calm, and the homes, I mean, they're mostly untouched, but that's exactly why this place is primed. Duplex conversions, basement suites, and laneway house potential is starting to show up, and it's only going to grow. And it's the kind of neighborhood where long-term value is baked in. Not because of a shiny new condo though, it's because of how the zoning, lot sizes, and location intersect. So this is where smart money is buying before it has to bid. Okay, so last but not least, Keelesdale. Keelesdale is one of those places in the city where you can still get a full lot, a driveway, and a backyard for not only under $1 million, but under $900,000. So $896,000 is the average sold price. That's less than stacked townhouses in many of the trendy areas of the city. But here you're actually getting land, a real home, and it's just minutes to downtown via the Up Express or the upcoming Crosstown LRT. And this neighborhood has been overlooked for years, but that's exactly what makes it valuable. You're not paying a premium for trendiness. You're paying for utility, location, and future upside. Developers are starting to nibble at the edges, and there's a lot of development happening here, and families are moving in and staying. And if you want proof that the value is real, try finding this kind of lifestyle at this price anywhere else in the Toronto or even the Toronto suburbs. Okay, so now let's zoom out. Eglinton West isn't a single neighborhood. It's a collection of stories, blocks, cultures, and history. And right now, it's offering something rare in Toronto real estate: a central location, great community, and undervalued homes. So the average buyer is out here chasing overpriced condos downtown or fleeing to the suburbs because they think that's their only option. But what if the better play is to stay right here in the city? Eglinton West is Toronto's Brooklyn, not because it's cool, but because it's real, and because it holds legacy, because it's evolving without losing itself, and most importantly, because you can still afford to get in. You don't need the hype, you just need the insight. And if you're trying to build generational wealth or just find a damn good place to live, Eglinton West is where it starts. Now, if this video made you think differently about Toronto real estate, we really need to talk. I've helped buyers move into these neighborhoods before the crowds show up, and not with gimmicks, but with strategy. So download my Urban Family Guide below or hit the link to book a zero pressure discovery call, because real value doesn't wait around. And in this market, under the radar is exactly where you want to be.